What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl CHIAMAKA. We back with another video. Yeah, I've been MIA for I think 2 weeks. I've just been busy trying to do a bunch of different other things that I feel called to, but I'm always feel called to do girl talk. So I just wanted to come on here and make that quick little disclaimer in case you were like, where you been at, girl? Child. Being an adult, that's what I've been doing. Being an adult, taking care of other responsibilities, as well as pouring into my other passion projects. I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about growth, about being uncomfortable, about doing what you know you have to do, even if you don't feel comfortable or feel ready to do it, in order to see that growth or in order to see something new in your life that you were maybe seeking after. I've been getting a lot of signs from God, in particular with my situation when it comes to my environment, when it comes to the soil that I'm growing from. And it was like kind of back to back to back as far as what God was speaking to me. And then I had watched this video with this girl kind of sharing her story, her success story. Basically, she had shared about how she was struggling, she was going through all this stuff, and then she was able to get this really big check, and that was like her ticket to go to the next level. And of course she was hearing all of this like negative feedback. Oh, you shouldn't do that, it's too expensive, or you know, you don't have to keep it up, and you have to have the this and then that, and you can't do this and you can't do that. And it was all these things that got into her head. But then she realized, she was like, no, I need to be uncomfortable. I don't need it to be smooth sailing. Like, I don't need it to be a place where I'm just like coasting and just chilling. Like, yes, obviously, you know, wherever you're at shouldn't be so like strenuous that you can't keep up, or you can't maintain, or you can't show up. But I do believe that there needs to be a little bit of uncomfortability. You need to have a little thorn in your side in order to grow. And so that's what she was getting at, and that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm learning that, because I'm a self-care queen, honey. I love a nice bubble bath. I love me a nice book, a glass of wine. I love to rest. I love to be posted up chilling. Like, you cancel plans on me, I promise you I'm not mad. I'm not upset, because look, I could use it to rest. I could use it to chill. I love a good little self-care number. And I also know that that is not going to help me grow. I know that it's not going to, and I want to backtrack real quick, because I do believe in rest. I do believe in productive rest, because that, you know, obviously aids in your growth. But all the time you're self-caring, all the time you're resting, that's a problem. All the time everything around you is comfortable, everything around you doesn't really push or pull you to grow or challenge you to, you know, take it to the next level, you might be a little too comfortable. And I know that we all want growth. We all want to see an increase in whatever it is that we are, you know, pouring into, sowing our hands into. But sometimes it does take you having to be in an uncomfortable situation to even open yourself up to the opportunities that can carry you to the next level. I think that we get scared of being uncomfortable because we don't necessarily feel like we're able to maintain whatever level of uncomfortability that is, whether it's having to commit to a certain lifestyle that you know is just hard because you have access to the things that do make you comfortable, like easy access. You have those things that make you feel pleased and pleasure and all that, but it's not helping you grow. It's not really challenging you. It's not putting you in a position to think or see things from a different place, or, you know, have you like be open to like, what can I do to, you know, make this situation a little bit more manageable or easier, or what do I need to do to get from this uncomfortable place to the next level of growth, or the next level of maturity, or the next level of wisdom. When you're comfortable, when things are easy, when things are, you know, just safe, you stay stuck. You stay there because it feels good. You stay stuck, you stay stagnant. You're not really allowing yourself to be processed, be pulled, be, you know, worked on, be developed. I hope I'm making sense. I hope you're tracking with me, right? Because I think that, like, for example, living at home. Living at home is comfortable. You ain't got to pay no rent. There's always food if, you know, your family is cooking. You know, for those that are fortunate enough, you have your own room, your own space. So it's not like you really need to move out. If you have your own room, you have your own bathroom, right? Like, you kind of have your own little sanctuary. It's like you live in an apartment, but just with other people around. But it's comfortable. You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to necessarily be super responsible for all these things and all these bills. You may not even have to cook or really clean if there's somebody else in your family that does that or carries that weight. So you're just kind of like chilling, you're coasting. Now that may alleviate you to have more freedom to do all the other things that you may want to do, like go out or spend money, this, that, and the third. But then you realize, like, you just are, again, feeding more of your pleasures. You're feeding more of your pleasures when you have this level of comfortability. Now, some people may see it as a blessing because it is kind of helping them be able to do what they need to do. And living at home may be uncomfortable for some people. You have to know what your uncomfortable is. But living at home, again, like, if you're making all this money, but you're not really putting it towards rent or towards an investment or some kind of thing that's going to help you or push you or challenge you, there's no discipline. There's no discipline with your finances because you have all this money. You think you could just blow it any kind of way. But when you start paying that rent, honey, you're going to start thinking twice. You're going to start thinking a little bit more when it comes to what you're spending your money on. And I feel like when you're living at home, you don't really see that reality until you move out and you live on your own. So that's just an example. Or, you know, you may be trying to eat a certain way or live a certain way or be a certain way, but the environment around you is still in this place that makes you feel comfortable. The people that you have around, the friends that you have around, the person that you're dating that you have around, however they are living, however their lifestyle is, you're bound to be the other person that's doing the same thing. Yes, you may be trying, yes, you may be pushing yourself to do better. And sometimes when you get around those people that cater to those habits that you're trying to break, they cater to a type of mentality that you're trying to be free from, they cater to a certain lifestyle that you're no longer called to live in, it's going to be easy to get swooped back into it because it's comfortable, it feels good, it's what you're used to. But you don't grow from that place. You don't grow. No, you don't grow from that place. So if you're looking for growth, this may not be a message for you. You may not be wanting to grow. But for you that is watching this, and for me that is listening and speaking to myself as I speak to you, you're looking for that growth. It's not going to be in your comfort zone. It's not going to be in your comfort zone. So if your comfort zone is living at home, if your comfort zone is that job that you're just so, you know, it's like nothing for you, it's very easy, you're not really being challenged. If it's that friend group, or if it's that person that you're dating that you know, like, I gotta let this go, you really gotta heed that. I'm not saying make any drastic changes overnight, but really just take time to pray. Take time to really process and analyze and ask, like, okay, what is it that I'm looking for in my life? What is it that I'm seeking after, I'm praying for, I want to grow in, I want increase in? And what is it that could be holding me back? What is it that is making it a lot easier for me to stay the same and stay in the same place? What do I know I need to do in order to unlock a new level of growth in my life? I think that God wants us to experience a multitude of different experiences in order for our human experience to be expanded and broadened, and to be able to have more of a understanding of the things not of this earth and this realm, but of the spiritual things. And I do believe God can speak to you in any place and in any space. And I think there's also beauty in being able to get uncomfortable and let God really do a different type of work in you. I think being in the same place or being in a place that is comfortable is easy because you know what to expect. You know what comes out of it. There's nothing that will surprise you. You know the routine. You know the vibes. You know what the energy is like. But when you get uncomfortable, there's this unknown that nobody truly wants to face. Not willingly, at least. Sometimes we have to be carried into it. Sometimes we have to be forced into it. Sometimes, is this all we got at this point? You know what I'm saying? But I think there's beauty in whatever unfolds in the unknown, because I think there's a lot of wisdom there. There's a lot of growth there. There's a lot of healing there. There's a lot of just a broadening of perspective there. Like, I think there's so much that could happen in the unknown and in the uncomfortable. I see a vision for myself. I see myself doing all kinds of dope, great things. But I know that I won't truly, fully be able to access that until I get uncomfortable. There are some of you guys that have visions, that you guys have ideas and dreams and goals and aspirations and ambitions, the things that God has called you to do, but yet it just seems impossible to accomplish it because you are in the same place. You are in a place that is comfortable. Again, it could be a job, it could be your living environment, it could be a friend group, it could be a mentality. It could just be as simple as a mentality, a belief system that has been holding you back, dragging you back. It could be the fact that you have this belief system of imposter syndrome, that you don't believe that you're worthy of being able to even achieve your dreams or go after this thing or do that thing. But if you just allow yourself to just, you know what, I'm just going to put the imposter syndrome down. I'm going to take up confidence, take up trust, take up faith. Even if it doesn't even feel like I truly believe it, I'm just going to put it on and walk it out for the next 30 days and see what could happen from that place. And you may have to do it daily. You wake up with that imposter syndrome, you put it down. And you pick up confidence, you pick up faith, you pick up trust, and you put it on. And you walk it out. Regardless of the fears, the insecurities, the doubt, all of that. But if you continue to walk with this imposter syndrome, that's all you know, that's what you're comfortable with, you stay in the same place, and then you start itching and scratching your head, crying, wondering why you're still in the same place from a year ago. So there's a lot of things that I think that we could be comfortable in. It may not even be a physical place or a group of people, but it could be a mentality. It could be a belief system that we need to be broken free from, be set free from. And I'm even, as I'm speaking now, like just realizing like there's a lot of things that I know that I'm asking God for, that I'm believing God for, but I won't even really be able to obtain because my mentality, my mindset is still in a certain place. It's in a comfortable place. It's in a safe place when God has called me to unlock that, be set free from that, and try this belief, try this faith, try, truly believing that things can happen, like good things can happen for you. Try believing by faith that this will happen or work out. But you're letting whatever fears of, I don't think it's gonna happen for me. I don't think it's gonna work out for me. Nothing good happens for me. Okay, then nothing good gonna happen for you. But if you truly decide within yourself that regardless how I feel, with the doubts, with the fear, with the insecurities, that I'm going to choose faith, I'm going to choose trust, I'm going to choose God, you'd be surprised what you unlock by doing that, by moving in that way. Living at home is comfortable, but I bet you there's so much to learn, so much to unlock when you take that leap of faith and you live on your own. When you are able to be in a new environment of people that truly want to see you win, want to see you progress, want to see you grow. They don't want to just keep you comfortable. So you may have to seek out mentors and, older people that have lived this life a little bit longer, or people that are doing the things that you want to do, and start associating yourself with them so you can grow. But your friend group, they be on the same type of time that they've been on for the last several years. All love, it doesn't mean that they're not worthy. That doesn't mean you can't even be in a relationship with them, but you may have to be mindful, because you have to ask yourself, where do you want to go? How do you want to grow? You have to ask yourself these questions. You have to ask yourself, where do you see yourself? How do you want to grow? Where do you want to be? Or even if you don't know specifically the answers to those questions, but you just know specifically that you want to grow, then you want to take a leap of faith. You got to take a step somewhere. Period. So that's all I got. I don't even have nothing else. I feel like right now I'm just in a space where it's just, I want to grow. I see myself doing so many dope, great things. And I know that in order to actually achieve and unlock that level of my life, I have to take some faith moves. I have to literally make some faith moves. I have to take a step. I have to take a step, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard, even when it's frustrating, even when I don't believe, even when it's scary, even when I'm lonely, or I'm anxious, or I'm insecure. All the feelings will come. But at the end of the day, I know that one thing, you have to start having tunnel vision. That one thing I want is growth. I want growth. And so I'm willing to put all of the weight aside. And the weight could be, again, the naysayers, the haters, the false core beliefs, the mentalities, the fears, and all of that. I just got to put you down. I'm going to put you down right there. And I'm going to pick up faith and trust and hope and belief in the Lord. And I'm going to carry on my passion, my will and my desire for growth. And trust that it's all going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. I have nothing else to bank on but that. So I'm excited for this new journey in this chapter I'm about to step into, when it comes to stepping more boldly in faith and getting uncomfortable, because I know that that is where I will grow. It's scary, and I think that's how you know you're supposed to do it. Like when something feels like uncomfortable or scary to do, but you know you want to do it still, that's how you know it's something that you need to do. Period, point blank, boom. So I'm gonna challenge you guys to do something uncomfortable today, whether it's putting down a belief, whether it's considering your friend group, considering the people you're around, considering your environment, whether it's thinking about a way you used to always do something and doing it differently, doing it in a way that you feel like God has been nudging you to do it in. So there's so many things. Let it be, your message for today. Let it be something that you ponder on and you think about. And I hope it blesses you. Love you guys.